Zeratul, old friend. I have the keystone you believed would lead to our salvation. And yet, faith alone will not defeat Amon. The Nerazim of Shakuras ritually sever their connection to the Kala. Because of this, they are now the last free Protoss. I must reach them before Amon's armies.
Is overrun. Loss of life is extensive. Hold. We are receiving a transmission.
Praise the gods. Artanis, you live.
Matriarch Vorazun, what has happened here?
Shakuras has fallen. The warp gate linking this world to Ire has been reopened. Countless hybrid and Zerg pour from the other side. They've obliterated our cities, decimated our Shadow Guard. We are trying to evacuate the remaining population, but I am uncertain whether we can hold long enough to get them safely away.
We will give you the time you need, Matriarch. My Templar are inbound.
My Dark Templar were tracking your invasion on Ire when we were cut off. Then the warp gate opened. What happened, Artanis?
Amon used the Kala to seize control of the Templar. I could feel his rage tearing through me, and I was powerless against it. Zeratul found me. It was there that he...
Yes?
He tried to free me. And he succeeded, at the cost of his own life. He fell by my hand.
It was Amon's deed, not yours.
Zeratul came to me with a warning, but I did not act. Because of this, he is now gone, and the stars burn dimmer for his loss. Amon's deed or not, I carry a burden, Matriarch. One that cannot be easily lifted.
The Zerg infestation is overtaking Telemetros. Our evacuation is already in great peril. Your aid cannot come soon enough, Hierarch. Shakuras teams with Amon's Zerg broods. We hold only the southwest quadrant of Telemetros, and even that is in peril. We must evacuate our people, but the launch bays have been defiled with infestation. Only ground forces can clear them. Once the bays are free, the planetary warp conduit will allow our ships to escape safely.
The launch bays will be cleared. Your people will survive, Matriarch. This I swear.
Nasperu Unadar. By the vote.
You will need the aid of my Dark Templar in this battle. They can strike from the shadows without fear of reprisal.
I am but a phantom. I am the blade of the Narazim. I will comply.
Artanis, I'm detecting a rift opening near your position. Avoid Thrasher. By the gods, it's sieging the warp conduit.
Warriors, we must slay it before it destroys the conduit. Strike as one, Templar.
I pass in the twilight.
Thrasher is slain, but it will be for naught if the launch bays remain infested.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
I bask in the twilight. I will comply. I am the blade of the Narazim. By the void.
These vaults hold the solarite reserves that power Telemetros. You may claim them with our blessing, Hierarch.
I am but a phantom. I will comply. I am the blade of the Narazim. By the void. I am intrigued.
Shore up our defenses. The Zerg are moving to attack our nexus point.
I will comply. What would you ask of us? Fear is an illusion. Jakul Enoch. I am intrigued. Nasperu Unadar. What would you ask of us?
A second Thrasher. The conduit is under assault.
I walk the shadowed path. So be it.
You have not enough minerals.
Adun Toridas. From the shadows, Adun Toridas. Very well. I walk the shadowed path. I'm weak. The fallen still serve.
Be careful. The spore crawlers and overseers ahead can detect our Dark Templars' movements. Slay them first.
From the shadows, I come.
The Thrasher has been eliminated. This would be an opportune moment to clear the launch bays.
You call upon me.
You require more Vespine gas.
Matriarch Vorazun, the first launch bay has been cleared. Continue evacuating.
The fallen still serve. Yes. I fight on. Very well. The darkness rides. I will come. I walk the shadowed path. I walk the shadowed path. In the name of the many. I fight on. I walk the shadowed path.
Another Thrasher has appeared. You know what must be done.
Adun Doridas.
We must construct additional pylons.
Should buy the conduit more time.
Shadows I come. Adun Toridas. I fight on. I walk the shadowed path. In the name of the many. The Shadow Guard waits. Your command is Adun Toridas. From the shadows I come. Adun Toridas.
You must construct additional pylons. You must construct additional pylons.
Our triumph, Eraj Gulio. The fallen still serve. Erma. Very well. In the name
We have secured a second launch bay.
Well done. Half of the bays are launching evacuation ships. Amon has sent another Void Thrasher against us. Slay it before the conduit falls.
still serve.
You must construct additional pylons.
I walk the shadowed path. For iron. I walk the shadowed path.
to these abominations.
Give us your command. Shadowed path. Adun Torinas. You call upon me. Adun Torinas. Only Adun Torinas. Eraj Guli Adun. I walk the shadowed path. Yes, I walk the shadowed path. Adun Torinas. I fight on. I walk the shadowed path. Yes. So be it. I walk the shadowed path.
Artanis, another Void Thrasher has been summoned. This one is in the heart of the city.
I'm waiting. Our foes grow. I walk the shadowed path. Very well. I fight on, Zerash. I walk the shadowed path. In the name of the many.
Upgrade complete.
Yes. I fight on. The fallen still serve. I walk the shadowed path. Adun Torinas. Fallen still serve. Very well. I walk the shadowed path. I walk the shadowed path. Our foes grow old. Our triumph is at hand. Adun Torinas. I fight on. Zerashk Gulid. I walk the shadowed path. For Iron. Very well.
half of its durability. The Void Thrasher must be dealt with soon.
Triumph is Adun Toridas. Mirage Gul Adun Toridas. For hire. Ever vigilant. Shadowed path. I walk the shadowed Well done, brave warriors. Amon's Thrashers are no match for the Templar. You call upon me as the Shadow. I walk the Shadow path. I'm Zerash. I walk the Shadow. The infestation. Only one launch bay remains disabled. Boldly, the fallen still serve. As the Shadow will. Adun Toridas. I walk the shadowed path. I walk the shadowed path. The guard moves. Yes. Our triumph is at hand. In the name of the many. I walk the shadowed path. Adun Toridas. Adun Toridas.
You must construct additional pylons.
So be it. I walk the shadowed path. Zerashk Gulida. We stand watch. I walk the shadowed path. Our triumph is at hand. I fight on. I walk the shadowed path. Higher. Zerash Gulida. The fallen still serve. For ire. I walk the shadowed path.
You must construct additional pylons.
Our blades meet the enemy. As the
You must construct additional.
Mirage Gulio. As the Shadow wills. Mirage Gulio. Ire. Erma. Very well. So be it.
pylons.
Eraj Gulio. For ire. Erma. Our triumph is at hand. In the name of the many. So be it. I fight on.
We are recovering the last Solarite reserve now. The solar core should be augmented by the time our forces return, Hierarch.
Yes.
shadows I come. From the shadows I come.
Our triumph is at hand. Very well. Boldly. In the name of the many.
From the shadows I come.
Our triumph is at hand. So be it. As the shadow. Adun Toridas. Adun Toridas. Adun Toridas.
From the shadows,
Adun Toridas. You call upon me boldly.
from the shadows I come.
In the name of the many, our triumph is at hand. So be it. As the Shadu Toridas.
The launch bays have been reclaimed. Matriarch, you may complete the evacuation.
You have saved my people, Artemis, and they will never forget
The
it.
shadows I come.
Despite this tragedy, I am pleased to see you once more, Hierarch. I had hoped that our next interaction would be your announcement of Ayer's reclamation.
As did I. Instead, the Templar have fallen.
Then the threat is greater than I realized.
We cannot let the same fate befall Shakuras.
It is too late for that. Amon Zerg pour through the warp gate as a tide of flesh and blade. They have already overrun Telemetros and are nearing the shrines of Lazul. This world is lost. With such an infestation, Shakuras must be destroyed.
Destroy Shakuras? I will not permit this.
Permit? Shakuras was my people's home long before we offered yours sanctuary upon it. I will not let this world be a den for Amon's forces. Worlds may fall to ash. What matters is that we endure.
To lose Shakuras and Ire.
We are a vagabond people, Artanis. Our true home has always been Ire. Let us reclaim it together.
It is fitting that the daughter of Raja Gal decides the fate of the world she helped forge. Let us make preparations at once.
Hierarch, I have powered up a new ship subsystem. You can review it in the solar core now.
Of all the Templar, you never wavered in the belief that our two peoples could live in unity. It is something I admired in you.
It is ironic to hear you say this. All this time, I believed you were reluctant to accept the unity I sought.
You and I had many a disagreement in the Twilight Council. For day by day, I saw my people losing what they were. I saw our precious old ways erode.
You wished to preserve them.
I am Nerazim, Dark Templar. I hold great pride in my people.
But you are also Protoss. That is the greater affiliation.
That is not what the Conclave believed when we were exiled long ago. Your kind had ire. Our culture is all we ever had.
All this time, this wretched little world was within striking distance of our fleets.
Much has changed since your era, Preserver.
First you consort with those Terrans, and now the Fallen Ones? It is heresy. You must know this.
The Dark Templar are now our allies.
There was a time when the Protoss were broken. Throughout the Aeon of Strife, we tore at each other with wanton abandon. Only one path was ever found to end the madness and unify our people. The Kala. The Dark Ones rejected its light. They denied their own race. How can you fight for them?
For one so sworn to preserve our history, Rohana, how can you be so blind to its turn?
I see I have offended you, Hierarch. My apologies. Adapting to this period is difficult. Cloaked warriors are now available for deployment.
Khartoum.
Vengeance for Ire.
Greetings, Hierarch.
What have you discovered about the Keystone, Phase Smith?
Only that my skills may be inadequate to assess it.
Explain.
Imagine the Terrans obtained one of our fabrication matrices. Could their scientists ever understand its engineering? The task set before me is of a similar scale. The Xel'Naga were beings beyond our understanding.
Keep working, Karax. I have faith in you.
The evacuation ships have reported in. All are present and are being escorted by the Spear of Adun.